the Great Depression. We need to talk about this. The year is 1918, and after almost 4 years of conflict, World War I was finally over. So that meant that America was emerged as a victor, and that meant that there was a huge economic prosperity, and, well, of course, more culture was brought into America, and of course, the rise of jazz music. So all this was considered, yep, you guessed it, the Roaring Twenties. So things were going so good, but I mean so good, the new inventions started coming out, like the vacuum cleaner, the washing machine, even new Harry Ford cars, which people were going head over heels for. So the economy was doing so well that the bank decided to start giving loans to people. So that means that all the Americans, or many of them, could start buying the latest gadgets. So everyone was doing so well that they started wondering what to do with their newfound wealth. So they started thinking, do I buy this? No. Do I buy a new car? I already have that. So what do they start doing? Investing. And that's when the stock market opens. So investors start finding out that it's easy for them to make money off of stocks. So much so that people started getting even more loans so they could invest even more. And like the bank also wanted to invest, well, they also started taking or borrowing money off of clients' accounts. So by 1929, America's wealth has doubled, and while the stocks were going so far up, the companies started losing track or couldn't catch up with the stock prices. So that's not good. Why? Well, because production started slowing down, and of course, people started buying less, so the wages dropped. So this great idea came up, and they were like, hey, what if we make a Black Thursday and a Black Tuesday? And so this was a great mistake because this was considered the beginning of the Great Depression. And why? Because stock markets lost over $14 billion in one day. So here we are, the Great Depression. People start losing their jobs. A lot of bad things are happening. And because the bank borrowed that money, well, of course, bank accounts just shut down. So what the bank did, well, they were like, oh, we'll give you 10 cents for each dollar you had in your bank account. So it didn't really matter if you invested money, borrowed some money, or just saved some money in a bank account because everything was lost. So what was the solution? The New Deal, when President Roosevelt started giving new jobs to people and offered relief to people who were suffering. Truth is, that didn't do much till the Third Reich, which we would finally be seeing the end to the Great Depression. And in the darkness, we saw the rising of Hitler, who started Nazi parties, which caused, yep, World War II, which ended one crisis but started another one.